welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England Campaign, episode the 23rd with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we'd conquered Gaza from the Egyptians and killed the Caliph, which should have given me like a big purple boost, but the Pope's a fucking bastard who favours Poland over me, so I hate him, and he's still not getting any money off me because I'd rather eat my own foot. But so, in response to me making such a claim that I'd rather eat my own foot than listen to that Pope, the Pope has decided to be extremely petty, and I keep thinking the city has nothing in it, but it actually does have stuff in it. I don't know why the city has such a deceiving flag. But yeah, in response to that, the Pope has decided to be pretty shitty towards me and said, you now can't touch Denmark and you can't touch France. Now, I only have 2 turns left on my temporary ceasefire with the Danish. However, in that time I've decided to go and siege Oslo, but then we can move on to Stockholm later if I see fit. The reason why I'm going to go for Oslo now is, yeah, it's not the best castle in the world, but you know what, we might just be able to grab it, and it would be a good foothold to use against the Danish if we do try to commit to a full campaign. Because to be honest, we're not the strongest faction in the world. Well, then again, I might have holdings over here now, but it might be worth trying to bring them down. We haven't really explored a lot over here, by the way, so I think it might be high time we go and try and seek out the Russians with one of our diplomats who's doing fuck all. So, Lawrence Bedell is actually on his way to speak with the Holy Romans first in order to try and get some peace, because I'm noticing a few of them are moving around, so yeah, there's still a lot to do. We're going to deal with Captain Perrott soon, who is now just a random Scottish captain who's got nothing to do, but now he's considered Flemish.
You are not my liege!
But it's still just town militia, spear militia, and a couple of Galloglich. But yeah, we're pretty much preparing a nice big army in Antwerp to deal with this, though I genuinely can't be bothered dealing with them, but we'll have to deal with them nevertheless. So we've got a few good units to deal with them. Could probably use a couple more though, but then again, what I have is more or less alright, so I think we'll get ready to march out and just deal with him. But I think before we do anything else this turn, because there's still some money to be made through sacking and looting, we're going to go and deal with Oslo. So, Franz Chamberlain.
Orders.
Orders. Oh yeah, I forgot he's chivalrous, so he doesn't go around about whipping and go, command me. I do like how it does vary, by the way, between chivalrous and dreaded. But I have to admit, I do kind of have a dreaded guys, even though they kind of piss me off in a way, because I like to be chivalrous. There's something about the dread voice that is so cool. Anyway, orders, Sawyer, you are going to go and take Oslo. What we know about the garrison is it's not too strong, so we should be able to dispatch it with some relative ease. Might be able to keep my dismounted feudal knights out of it, but I might have to bring in a unit of them just to keep it up. And to be honest, I can send for reinforcements from England as well, so these isles ain't useless yet, but I am still of the mind that I might want to convert York, but I think that'll be after we deal with the Danish. For now, let's move in on Oslo and get ourselves a nice little foothold in Scandinavia. We're like reverse Vikings.
To battle it is then, sire!
And also Captain Sten defends this castle. He's got 4 units of Viking raiders and 3 units of crossbow militia. So we can march in on this one with relative ease, but at the same time we could also just maybe not do a battle and just let them starve. However, I want the castle now, and Franz could use his combat experience. So we're going to just make our move, get this castle before the Danish interfere with me, and let's just do it. Off we go.
I shall lead our forces into battle, my lord.
And blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. I didn't know to war was a verb now.
And so we come to battle. Order and discipline are the keys to the gates of victory. Without obedience we are nothing, a rabble like our foes, and I will not have that. But I will have the skin of any man who disobeys orders! These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. see the foe dare not fight us man to man, but must rely on a woman's stratagem of throwing things at us. And remember, my enemies know that I am a brave man by repute, and I do not willingly keep company with poltroons. You are all picked, brave men here, and the enemy know this. Your bravery already unmans them. Let's do the rest and finish them!
Nice rousing speech to get us in the mood. So, my men look all roused and ready. Let's get in there. So, welcome to Oslo. Wintry, shitty, and it's a castle. Not the best castle, mind you, but it's a castle that we're going to build up, upgrade, and use against the Danish. So, we've already got some units ready to go. With the feudal knights absolutely insist upon being the ladder bearers. However, this is not their role today. I have better uses for them. We're going to use the spear militia to initially get on the walls and keep everything busy. And we are going to have the feudal knights march through the main gate, because they will be pretty good for just slicing and dicing their way into the plaza. So, when you grab the ladders, lads. So, we're going to basically go for each wall, as we usually do. So, bang, bang. And the billmen, who are depleted in number and therefore somewhat expendable today, will bring the ram to the gate. Now, I do trust that the ram will not randomly catch fire today. So, the dismounted feudal knights will march in the gates once the way is clear for us. We're going to have a march in a loose form. No, do I really need a loose formation? Maybe not this time, because it's really more for anti-artillery and anti-cavalry in a way. Yeah, I'm going to keep them tight for now. Peasant archers are going to try and do their bit as well, just to parry the enemy down, so we'll have them ready. Could really go for fire arrows, really, just to try and spook a few of them away as well. And I'll have a unit of spears in reserve. Knights is something I have plenty of, so we'll put them in groups of 2. And I'm going to use them should we need to. To be honest, it might be wiser to just use the dismounted feudal knights just to barrel down the Viking raiders and try and keep the dismounted feudal knights out for as long as possible, since our intelligence so far has hinted that the Danish are bringing some pretty nifty infantry units to their battles, so I may want to keep these guys in reserve should the Danish try to counter-attack me here. And France himself may take part, he might not take part, either way. He will stick with the knights for now and await my orders should he need to join this battle. Either way, our plan is to get the heavy guys in the main area, get the spears to control the walls, and, well, have the knights just barrel down the Vikings, because they're cheap and weak militia units, so I think we may be able to win this one with cavalry since the enemy brings no spears, but let's just see how it goes for now. So the enemy has naturally decided to put most of their units on the wall, so we're going to go and try and take those walls down. I'm going to have my archers move forward now just to also start doing their thing. Archers, if you could try and jog it into battle as well, so we can get you up and running ASAP, that'd be fantastic. Billmen are going to make their way to the gates, and they're going to take the gates. I feel like I throw too many units at this siege, by the way. I'm going overkill on a wooden castle, but, well, I've got to make my mark on Scandinavia, and this is how I do it. Anyway, first few arrows are going up. We are shooting the arrows of fiery fire, and the crossbowmen are among them, just doing their bit to be annoying. So, if one of you could try and target the crossbowmen, that'd be fantastic, but at least the crossbowmen are trying to pick on my archers rather than anything I'd rather not lose than the archery hit. So, I'll allow it for now, but if you try and bring a couple of them down, that'd be fantastic. Right, where are my other archers at? They're doing their bit as well, so they're just trying to loose off a couple of shots just to try and bring the enemy down. Let's try and target those Viking raiders who are trying to escape into the plaza. They might be a better target for you. Either way, a lot of crossbows to be dealing with, but they might like to skirmish away once my spear militia make it up. I don't think the crossbow militia are going to do very well in a hand-to-hand fight. They're not armoured like other crossbows we've dealt with in the past, so we should be fine. If we can try and focus our efforts on that side, by the way, and we have lost a ram annoyingly, so right. But the enemy is coming out to say hello. This is fine. Oh, wait, they're not coming out to say hello. Right, Billman, hold them for a few minutes. See what you can do. I should send a unit of knights into pummel them. So see if you can get your foot in the door.
Ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for the valour and force of our arms.
Brilliant, we've got them to engage. Right. Billman, I want you to try and push in. I'm going to start bringing in a unit of knights. This could be our opportunity just to force our way in. So, Billman, stand your ground. I know your morale isn't going to last for long in this situation because you're in a battle that's going to be hard to win. That's fine. But just see how long you can hold this one out, because this could be our golden opportunity just to break right into the city, just get this siege done much quicker. Right, Billman, in that city or retreat or whatever. Either way, the cavalry is coming in. I am also losing some spears on the walls. That's not so good. Archers, keep walls under control. We may not need to worry about those walls anymore. I think the knights may be able to finish the day for me now. Archers over here. Let's try and pick on whatever's over there right now, because that might be a more suitable target for yourselves. Right, knights, move in and grab control of that plaza. I'm bringing in reinforcements now. This is fantastic. I'm so glad we capitalized on this.
Today. We've captured the enemy's walls.
This has made this siege so much easier. Knights, just keep pushing to the plaza.
Our men are in command of the castle.
Oh, that brave but foolish unit of Viking raiders must now be eating their shoes at their error. As you can see, the Vikings are now desperately retreating to try and get themselves intact. I don't think I have any spear militia to send up anymore. Archers, fire it over there now. Knights, bring down those Viking raiders. They won't stand up in a fight very long. I do trust you, but I am also seeing a fair few dead knights as well. Come on. Let's try and do the old push-through charge. Just blast through their unit. Kill their morale. France, I want you in here as well. I don't wish to risk my dismounted knights just yet, but it may come to that. But for now, the knights do have the
Lord, we've lost
Vikings
control of the castle.
On the
By
ropes.
St. George, our men have taken control of the castle.
Alright, men. We've got to keep
our
pushing
men are
in.
winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Knights, I don't know what's gone on over here. Well, alright, we're about to sample this unit. But we are depleting our cavalry reserves quite alarmingly now. But it's alright. Hopefully we can quickly try and regain our recruitment of knights in this area when the game isn't lagging for some reason. Right. Try and get that captain killed, lads. He would be a brilliant target for you to bring down. Mailed knights. Try and push down here now. Bring down the last of those crossbows. France himself has joined in now.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Off a minute, that was me just basically jinxing him and sentencing him to death. But no, we're doing well. We're pushing in now. We pretty much have control of a plaza. We'll try and maintain that as well, because if we could do that, we could just win through plaza victory, which in one way sounds cheap, but in the other way is also rewarding my tactical acumen of fucking ploughing through that gate when the enemy foolishly left it undefended. We've capitalised on their stupidity today. Alright, get a unit of knights just to help out, please, because that unit of knights, they're gone, they're doomed. At the same time, I see many dead enemies.
How our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Finish them off, lads. I want you to have the joy of doing this. Right, archers, I want you ceasing fire now. No more archering, please. Still, a bit of a bloody siege, I know. A couple of my men lost, maybe a few more than necessary. Seems those Viking raiders may be a little bit tougher than we give them credit for.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
They weren't tough enough at the end of the day. And 604 prisoners become mine, except they'll all be put to death or forced into serfdom or whatever. Either way, a nice victory there, even if losses were a little on the high side. But you know what? My knights gained some experience, which is always fantastic, so I will happily take that.
Glorious victory is ours, sire. As you commanded, sire, these lands are now yours.
We will occupy Oslo and ensure it is our castle, which makes France a little more chivalrous, which is fantastic, and also the enemy army has retreated. Looks like there's nothing going on at all in this castle, however, so we're going to get right on with upgrading it, because we will need to do so. And I don't know, will that give me access to mailed knights already? Actually, it will, so we might be able to just go for a straight retrain on them. So I'm going to hold off on merging them at the minute, but That's already another territory added to my retinue, so I'm cool with that. Alfred Montfort, you can't infiltrate shit to save your life, but try and infiltrate the army of Captain Friedrich in order to keep an eye on them, and then I might send you up to Aarhus to continue watching them. Either way, I have too many enemies and I need to be watching them all, which says something about my popularity, but we all know about my popularity. I'm hated by everyone. How are we doing on Dongola, by the way? We are waiting till the next turn, because we are going to move on that next turn. And
to breach and butcher, sir.
Breach and butcher! I just love the way it says that. I'm also sending an army down to deal with some rebels, and Cairo's just having a freaking sulk off. So we are recruiting an additional priest, but... well, I was going to use him for Dongola, but... for now, I basically just need more priests. I need one looking after Gaza now, because wherever we go, there is a definite lack of Christianity. But capturing Gaza is still a very vital piece of a puzzle, as that puts me quite close into capturing Jerusalem. And now that there's a big rebel army, that might give the Egyptians something else to worry about. We are also going to attempt to infiltrate Damascus, because we don't really have a lot of chances of infiltrating any cities, but I want to continue building this spy skills. But at the same time, we do have a chance to get into Captain Gandour, which... I've got nothing to gain from that. I know that that's just a random unit of Arab cavalry. So for now, I'm going to have a go on Damascus and just see if we can learn about how strong the Egyptians are in that area, even though I can tell you now, they've got fuck all. I haven't discovered the old pretend to be a dead body on a cart trick yet, so that's fine by me. What we know about this area is Imad Adin defends the area, and the defences are crap, and the town isn't really worth my time, but at the same time I'll probably grab it anyway, because I like having other people's towns. Still, that doesn't leave us with a lot left to do this turn. Money is low, and we need to find ways to invest it. Recruitment in Alexandria could really be a thing we really should be looking into, though. But at the same time, we need to look into improving our recruitment options anyway. But for now, I am going to recruit some additional spear militia, as we do need them for basically keeping the public order up. And the last bits of money, I don't know where we're going to spend them. I'm going to spend them somewhere. Does Cayenne have anything that needs doing?
What do you want?
And I was accidentally talked to a useless Moorish diplomat. We've got a lot of knights here, but that's because we keep being given them by the Council of Nobles. Probably should disband a couple, but I'm going to definitely disperse a few around the lands. Anyway, I think you lot, yeah, these lot don't have all their moves left, and we're going to try and wipe out Captain Robin soon, but for now that isn't going to happen. You lot, are we ready to move out of Antwerp? We are, more or less. I mean, what have we got? 3 spear militia, 4 billmen, 2 peasant archers, and a mailed knight. So that should be enough to finish off this Captain Perro, since Henry Estington is completely and totally useless, and his mission's been blown anyway, so, yeah. You go put down this rebel, and
as you will, my king.
Then get out of my hair.
Battle.
As for you, Samuel Window, I'm going to have a little job for you in a minute, so just hold that thought on whatever thought was going through your empty skull. So, it's Giles Brown against Captain Perrin. Numbers are right even. Balance of power is 10-7 in my favour, though, because it's mainly all-town militia. The only really key unit that have are some Galloglech and crossbows, but crossbows we could deal with our cavalry, and Galloglech, without their shields, they are vulnerable to arrows. So, a few rounds of the peasant archers might be able to bring them down if they're not too aggressive.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle! love of God is 1,000 times stronger than any mortal armor. His wrath against our foes is 1,000 times better than 1,000 arrows. Our faith gives us his aid, and more. It will give us victory. Now cries St. George, and look for that victory. Our foes are rebels and traitors. They deserve nothing but the edge of a blade upon their stinking necks. And a sword is a merciful end to them, for they should face the gallows. And now, any man here who is not praying for our victory had better make his peace with God, for he'll find none with me or in England later. Now I place my fate in the hands of the Lord. Bring me my broadsword, and let me kiss the cross lest I die. To battle!
Like he's gonna die or something when he probably isn't, unless he's extremely unlucky. Right, let's get deploying. So, Giles, you will deploy with your knights and you will await further orders. Peasant archers, you are at the front as always, and you will be preferably bringing down the Galloglaik. Billman, you will form my main line and you will do what is expected of yourselves as nicely armoured big lads in your lobster red jackets. They look nice. And spears, you're just happy to be here, but you are going to be put at the front anyway because I say so, because you can absorb any charges and let the billmen then just put away because we're going to prior prison, prior practice, Roman tactics. Right, let's just get it there. So, archers, I want you to march forward and deal with those mercenary crossbowmen. They will wear armour, so we should use fire, but to be honest, I'm not going to use fire because the other enemy units will not be armoured, so it's not like not worth my time. It's just that for now, I think some nice kill shots will bring our enemy down just nice and efficiently. The Galloglaik are actually hiding on this flank, and they're the unit I really want to take them down, so I'm going to try and deal with them as a priority because I just don't like them. But if you guys could target the mercenary crossbows, that'd be fantastic, because I want to play it anyway. Either way, we've got our targets. Let's mark them up and get to battle. We're already under fire both from crossbows, so yeah, my guys are not going to advance any further. A few of them have been hit, unfortunately. Right, peasants, get to work on it now. You are in range. A few good shots up and down. Pretty clever of their crossbowmen to deploy at the front as well, which means that cavalry aren't going to have a fun time hitting them, but I'll play their game for a minute because I basically want to just start pushing their Galloglaik down. As you can see, they're not faring too well against the arrows, so we're going to keep that one up. Doesn't actually look like they might be somewhat armoured, I don't know. It looks like they're just still wearing pretty bad tunics, so the crossbows are also, these ones are actually pretty poorly armoured, so we don't really need to bother with fire arrows. We're just gonna go with double shots. Because since the Galloglaik got shields anyway, they're just not gonna last. Unless there's one from the battalion. Both those kick ass. These ones are having their asses kicked. Right. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up. I know we can still take a bit of crossbow flank, but they're just trying to pick on the spears. Let them do that for the minute. It's not the end of the world if I lose a few spear militia. They are replaceable. I would like to see more of these guys getting killed. Please, come on, archers, up your game. Come on. There we go. That was an okay volley. I'm not seeing like a killer volley coming in now. I'm seeing arrows coming here and there, but then again, at the same time, I'm seeing these numbers pissing their way down. So we're doing all right, and the spear militia aren't doing too well either, because it looks like some of our shots are just going through this unit since they've loosely deployed. They're just going right through to the guys behind them and killing them instead. I don't really mind this happening because it still means that the enemy units are killed. I'm not fussy when it comes to killing the enemy with arrows, as long as they're just dying, they're dying. That's my melee infantry to do at the end of the day, but I do probably want to see plenty of these Galloglaik die, and plenty of them have already died. That unit has pretty much been halved at this point and will not last in battle very long. And to be honest, I've got so much ammo left, I can just basically keep picking on them till the end of time. Anyway, we're going to let our shots keep going out now. Yeah, my spear militia, like I said, they are taking a little bit of flat, but to be honest, they're losing so few men, it isn't really affecting me. They are trying to get a little bit cocky, but I'm not really sure what this is trying to achieve. Lads, give them another volley and bring them down. I think they're just trying to find something new to pick on. You lot, start picking on the bigger unit of Gallo Glake. Now, I'll tell you what, give them a volley as well. Just give them a big bloody nose. Show them why it's really foolish to walk right up to a peasant archer so you're right in this line of sight and can basically just straight shot you. I mean, this unit is really rough. I suspect what they're up to is they're going to try and attack my billman, but I don't think my billmen are close enough to be hit anywhere, and any shots that they are firing, they're still just basically picking on the spears, so... Yeah, I don't know what the crossbowmen are trying to achieve either, but, they're trying, goddammit, they're trying. Except it's really, really not working, because that unit is now pretty much fucked, so... Well, they tried, right? Archers. Resume fire on the Gallo Glake. They're the priority target now. If the crossbowmen want to deploy right in front of them, that's fine. But it looks like the former Scots have got on board, right? Pull it back, archers, pull it back. Spears, you best be ready. Billmen, start moving it forward. You're going to have to basically take over in a minute. Or best yet, get some billmen marching around this flank. Cavalry, let's prepare to play flank controllers, or control the flank, or basically get ready to cause some destruction. That trumpet was too noble for fucking filthy rebels, right? Archers, target whatever's on the rear. Billmen, engage those Gallo Glake. Get in there and deal with them. Show them that your refined bill hooks are better than smelly Scottish barbaric practices, please. And yes, I will still use the smelly as my go-to insult for anyone I consider less civilized than myself. Right. Finish off that really teeny-weeny unit of Gallo Glake, by the way. And Knight, just get ready to really deliver to her. Spears are holding the line. They are losing a few numbers, however, but archers, just pummel whatever's at the back, please. Right, looks like some of the units are going to try and berserk because, of course, they would. Try and get a charge down on that town militia as well. I know they sometimes slightly hurt a cavalry unit because they've got magic powers, but at the same time, they also have the power of being scared of everything, and they will rout pretty quickly. Managed to break up those we managed to break up those Gallo Glake quite nicely, so we're going to get the billmen to start enveloping the enemy, and we're going to just get them around the flanks now. Archers, you can keep doing what you're doing, or not. Those are billmen actually that I just selected, right? Archers, call it a day now, because I'm at the point now where cavalry have pretty much swamped the flanks, and we're free to take control of this battlefield. Right, non-knight units, can we start moving in now and be a little bit more proactive in taking control of this battle? So I'm going to just use my knights just to tidy up now. Knights, let's just get out of there, because I don't want to get pinned down by a tower, because that's when I start getting lucky kills, because, well, they're friggin' lucky when I get kills.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
But it is just mainly a case of fire and retreat. Basically, town militia will lose their morale pretty quickly.
Only half the enemy force remains.
That's what I'm banking on. Right, knights, pull through and start doing clean-up on anything that's routing. I'm going to have my other units now just focus on anything that is basically still trying to play, but those guys are fighting to the death and broke.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Alright lads, come on. I think that's pretty much everything running away now, apart from those who are fighting to the death, so this is just about a victory for us now, which is fantastic. I'm just going to bring some knights in just to finish off that unit.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Another good victory there. Another nice quick victory. A couple of losses once more, but at the same time, managed to get rid of that big, well, not big looming threat, big annoying pest in my lands. It's gone now. Gone for good. We never have to worry about it again. And also we basically now never have to worry about acknowledging the existence of Scotland ever again. Now they are completely and totally wiped out, and they never existed. If you think they did exist and I made some sort of really badly forward planned alliance with them, you're actually kind of right. Let's just talk about that history and how I basically gambled and lost on that night, because I wasn't really expecting the Crown Prince to go and get himself killed in parts unknown. What do you know? Right. How are we doing over here? Doing alright. Slaughtering the enemy once more. take him as a prisoner, but I'm going to slaughter him anyway, like we always do. Yeah, just keep it up, lads. Bring down the rebellious knaves who deserve a gallows and not to breathe the same air. Ooh, nice stab. But yeah, they don't deserve to breathe the same air as those English Englishmen. And all that and that, right. Let's turn first and kill something else, and anyone who doesn't have orders, Giles doesn't have orders, Giles. Like absolute crickos. Except they're going to get away. Looks like it's game over for the rebels now. Those guys have escaped, so maybe just mop up whatever's left here, which is those guys, which we'll go and deal with now. We don't want to turn and face and kill those guys, and whatever's going on over here is we are slaughtering another petty unit of town militia. Seriously, what was Scotland even doing with its recruitment? Bugger all is what I would like to say, and I think is also the correct answer. Right, General's bodyguard's going to deal with those guys. I'm moving in to intercept these guys with the Dillman. Big lobster guys, the guys in the big lovely red pyjamas. Anyway, we'll just kill them. They look like hammerites out of beef actually now, don't they? We should just give them all fucking warhammers. That make my life so much easier. And also make the battle so much fucking full of blood, right? I think he's taken a long way out of this battle now. He's just really just trying to... Well, he's trying to outsmart us in his running away tactics, and then my general is also, well, my knights doing the tactic of being
all
cracked.
of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Not really an awe-taking victory, but I'll take what I can, especially when I only lose 200 men in the process of slaughtering over 1,000. That's what I like to see. 500 were prisoner. I was looking at my kills and I was thinking that doesn't add up, but yeah, we took them prisoner. Open quotes, close quotes.
Glory, honor, victory!
Either way, that gives Giles a additional command star, and now he is not feeling unappreciated. So that's good, because I was supposed to be getting you out in this area anyway.
Honor, sire.
So he's going to move back into Antwerp and make sure the town doesn't rebel. And as for you, Samuel Winder, I have a job for you. Make your way to Milan.
Approaching their dignitary, sire.
I think it's time we try to win the favour of the Italian
Tomorrow's
states
journey
again.
planned out, sire.
I don't want a war of Milan, because I want to try and capture Bern when we have the opportunity. Since we are now working on the catapult range in Angers in order to make these sieges quicker, so I can basically take towns before the Pope catches what I'm doing. It's like trying to break your speed record for breaking into the biscuit tin without your mum knowing. Right, Admiral Humphrey, you need something to do, but for now, defend Oslo and my stamina. But yeah, there isn't actually anything left for us to do. I'm going to keep hold of us, Florence, for now.
Yes.
And we are going to move on to the next turn. So, without further ado, here comes turn 63 right at you. Except we've got to deal with those rebels, but we're going to deal with them next turn because...
Orders.
What do we know about Captain Gunther?
Come and face the might of the Reich, coward!
Not a lot, really. We'll have to send troops from
Hail, my
Staufen to
king.
deal with this one. Staufen.
My lord.
Send a couple of bowmen and, you know, send a yeoman archers.
Sire.
Let's test them.
My lord. As you command,
It'll be
my
a next
liege.
turn battle anyway, but yeah. I want to see the yeoman archers in action, so this is a nice little training exercise for them to partake in. Either way, we're going to move on to the next turn now, so here comes a bit of footage sped up at 9 times its regular speed, because honestly, these turn transitions now take nearly 5 minutes apiece, which is why these episodes are kind of shorter than the Rome Total War ones, where the turn end time did not take the piss. So, a new assassination mission, and a few people are on the move as well, and only a fucking... Oh, so I thought a fucking volcano was blowing up in that picture. Right, anyway. We must now kill Gawain de Poitiers. Isn't he the cardinal? And also some civil disorder. Antwerp and Cairo are having riots. Antwerp is understandable. Cairo
Hail my
is
king.
understandable.
Yes, my liege.
Antwerp has been magically solved, and Cairo needs more work. Hopefully the construction of that inn next turn is going to help us. We're going to... No, we're not going to train the troops. Continue with the recruitment of town militia. Just to keep the peeps in peace. I'm tempted to move in a second priest, really, but well again. Right, anyway, other things that we need to look at this turn. End of turn report. We've still got money, because, well, we had money and I've spent a bit of it. Faction announcements. Walter Bridgman is now of age, and he's gained a tutor. And Harry Spill as an overseer. I still love saying his name, right? Walter Bridgman. So, oh yeah, you're son of Edmund, apparently. Oh yeah, because Edmund is a Bridgman. So yeah, so this guy is a 4-star commander. He's slightly dreaded. He's pretty loyal and somewhat pious. He's also extravagant, which makes building shit more expensive. And it also means I'm not getting a lot of taxes, so this guy is probably going to be already way better suited on the field. He's also a social drinker, which is given additional command. He's honest, which makes him harder to bribe in mortal law. So basically this guy might have a public order, but he ain't going to be making me the money. He's also religiously proper. However, he's also feeling a bit poorly, because he often mistakes a bad night's sleep for basically he's about to be sick, which basically means he's going to die easier on the battlefield, and it also gives him less command. He also has silly beliefs, which gives him less piety, but he's born to command, so he's a bit of a mixed bag, really. He's got his good and his bad. Perhaps being on a field might be something good for him, but I don't really have a lot of field work for him at the minute. I may, for now, place him in governorship of Nottingham.
Yes.
And deploy him on a campaign against the Danish when we have clearance to go on a new one.
I've tried whipping them, sire, but the men are spent.
Yeah, whatever. And Alexandria has some new spear militia, Cairo a new priest, and then we did some retraining. So, yeah, a new priest. You, my friend, who are you? You are Robin of Plymouth. He's divine, somewhat orthodoxic, and he's also an apprentice of the Theologians Guild. He is going to Gaza to start spreading the Catholicism around the lands. Right, war declared, by the way. Poland's at war with Hungary. Good. I'm happy to see that happen, because I don't like Poland, and I'm not fond of Hungary, and neither am I fond of me, so let them fight their wars with each other. And then Portugal decides it hates me again, so that probably means a blockade is imminent, because, well, Portugal just... Honestly, Portugal doesn't even have a legitimate reason to hate me, they're just dicks. / allies of Spain. But Spain just doesn't like me because they're mates with France, and it's all confusing, really, at the end of the day. Basically, I'm hated by a lot of people, except the Venetians. And I'm going to try and capture the rest of the Italians into my little coalition of mates, because they can also just basically build a big wall around the Pope and keep him, keep his toxic influence away from me. Anyway, I am pretty sure Mr. Friedrich is on his way to pay us a visit, so we're going to have to get ready for him. And also Harry Essington, my useless assassin. I'm going to have you do something. You're going to kill a Byzantine merchant.
Name thy target,
46% chance. Be regrettable if it worsens relations with the Byzantines, but at the same time, you need practice.
Today is a particularly good day to die.
Also, he's basically feasting off my resources. Nice and clean, my son, nice and clean. There might be hope for you yet. Especially now that you got to kill Gawain de Poitiers, who is somewhere. Wasn't he the one running the garrison of... What was it name? Because that's Perrin-Gasseau. I think he was commanding the garrison of Bordeaux, maybe. Oh, no, wait, he's here.
Honor dictates I inform you, I intend to attack.
He's very good at attacking, by the way. Mainly You can tell he's attacking by the way he's consistently moving away from
You have a
us.
target in mind.
12%
my
chance to
king.
wipe this loser out, so we need more practice. Make your way towards
As you
Paris
will.
or Dijon,
Continuing
because
once
Paris is
I've
mine.
listed.
Ha 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 ha. And we're going to find him a target. Right, and yeah, mission success. We didn't get a trait increase, sadly, which is
Who do
what I
you want
wanted to,
dead?
but Harry is making his way up in the world, at least. Right, we have a siege to do this turn, so we're going to jump into that first before we jump into the argy-bargy of spending all our money. But I want you, Alfred, to quickly get me the lowdown on Captain Friedrich, because I'm going to have to prepare some defences.
What? From the shadows, sir.
Good job. Right, what do we know about this incoming Imperial Army then? What we know is it's a load of shit, really, but it's numerous shit. We've got a lot of spear militia, a lot of town militia, some peasant archers, ballista, mounted sergeants. It's pretty light overall. There are some mailed knights among them, but barely any. So really, we're gonna have to meet numbers with numbers, but make sure our numbers are better. So we're gonna, you know, we're gonna be using our how are we trying to town militia? And get a town watch set up in this area. We're basically just gonna have to maybe send for some additional units. Tell you what, have the archer militia move up from Rams. They can help you out. And Mets should already produce something to help us as well, but we don't really have a lot of choice. I want to send knights, but at the same time, the enemy's basically got loads of spears, so cavalry isn't really going to be the best thing. We really should just get a drill square set up in the air. But then again, you know what? Maybe we could use knights. I mean, Kyan, how long is it going to take your many knights to make their way over? 2 turns. Alright, send some up to Antwerp then.
We can go no
And
further
Paris
today,
can
sire.
contribute a couple of additional billmen, because
Orders.
right now,
Sire.
the French may attack, they may not attack. Basically, you can never weigh up what the French are up to, but as it stands, they're being quite quiet, so send some longbowmen up as well. So for now,
Sire.
we'll take the gamble. We'll prepare a
We'll make
army at
camp here,
Antwerp
sire.
to deflect this incoming Imperial attack. Looks like there's been no Danish reaction so far over here, by the way, which is pretty cool. Right, so, Lawrence,
Yes, my lord.
you're going to chat with the Imperials, unless there's someone else I can chat with. Maybe we can chat with the Imperial Princess.
Approaching their dignitary,
Usually
sire.
princesses tend to be more reasonable than diplomats.
I hope you come bearing a peace treaty.
See, she's already more reasonable. I do come bearing a peace treaty. Would you like a ceasefire?
Nein, only a Dummkopf would accept this.
Yeah, I said it. They were
Something
more
more
reasonable.
beneficial, I hope.
Alright, let's have... By the way, we've been at war for 21 turns. How about that? Right. Ceasefire. I'll give you trade rights. I'll give you my map information. I'll give you my regular tribute. Or I'll give you 500 for 5 turns. Still very demanding. I'll give you a one-off payment of 1,000 florins to just piss off. Still very demanding, by the way. I guess I have to offer 10,000, but you can fucking forget that.
Nein, this discussion is over. This meeting was disappointing.
I know you make the AI on Civ 5 look good, right? Don't
Without
bother with
question,
the Imperials.
sire.
We're gonna go say hello to
Tomorrow's
Russia, because
journey
I'll just work
planned
out
out,
what the hell
sire.
they are. Work
Tomorrow's
out if there's a
journey
Danish
planned
presence
out,
over
sire.
here. Right.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
Thank you for informing me that your journey for tomorrow has been planned out. I do thank you, God, that you have a GPS or something, right? Oh, by the way, that army must have turned into fucking rebels. Okie dokie, but then again, we're just gonna...
Yalla! My sultan wishes you dead.
You don't even have a sultan. Your sultan's dead. Yeah, we'll deal with that. Yeah, the locals are going to be a little rowdy for a while, but for now, just get some reinforcements prepared. And prepare an additional unit of Hobilars, and then we will move out against Captain Al-Azam. Anyway, didn't I say we're going to do a siege? Because I did say we're going to do a siege, and we're going to do the siege right now. Rufus, take Dongola off the Moors and give him an excuse to start wailing on me, but I'm still going to live in the brief hope that Sicily might do something useful and keep them busy, right?
They'll wish they'd never been born, sire.
I hope so. And also, dude, don't just take the town, keep the bloody town this time. So I'm running out of men. As you can see, we're actually outnumbered because, yeah, I'm a little low on some units, but I think I'll have enough to take it down since Captain Saeed is pretty unbalanced with all those Sudanese tribesmen, which my archers are going to merrily shoot to bits. Now, I'm also going to hit them at night, which gives me additional command, which basically makes me really overpowered. So, here we go.
Show no mercy! Kill them all! The time for battle has come. But it is not my way to send men into needless peril or throw lives away. Be assured, I will not ask any more of you than I would ask of myself. I ask only that you fight with honor and do not turn your back to the foe. Together, then, we will have victory, for such is to my taste and my custom in battle. If our Moorish foes had any sense, they would flee back to the scorpions and snakes that fathered them. For shame, they would not face worthy Englishmen, let alone brave men at arms. And remember, stay out of my way when the fighting starts. I will see blood this day. Blood aplenty. I care not who bleeds. So beware, my enemy. I am coming!
There's a pro tip on making your speech better, dude. Don't do it while hiding in a bush. Right, let's just get on with it.
Units, await
I'm
my
very
orders!
impressed, by the way, how quickly we have pretty much Anglo-sized this town in the space of about 3 turns. We're that efficient. So yeah, let's just make our move. So I've got 2 rams to use today, one commanded by my weak spears and one commanded by my other spears, or my billmen. Billmen may have more of a military use today, so I'm going to have them stay put, and I'm going to have the ram be pushed by my stronger lads. We're going to make 2 insurgents. We're going to insert here, and we're going to insert at the gates. Archers are going to be dead center, and they're going to basically fire on whatever we can. Rufus will be with the knights. We're going to try and have the knights push through in the streets where they can cause the most chaos to the Sudanese. And we're also going to have the Templar sergeants, or the Crusader sergeants, join up there. The Great Cross will exist because I don't really use it, and then Billman will march up here and try and make a move on the main gate. Actually, you know what? Have the Crusader sergeants team up with you. That might work a little better for each styles, right? Either way, my men are waning now from all this campaigning, so let's take the town and not lose it again, because I don't really want to be having a bit of a slog going on here. Things are dodgy enough in Egypt land for now, and I'm still trying to plan a crusade on Jerusalem, or my own personal crusade, because the Pope won't fucking help me. Either way, let's just make our move. Right. Before we move any rams whatsoever, we're going to have our fun with the archers. So archers, look at all those Sudanese tribesmen. Kill every last one of them, please. I'll give you a prize for every 100 you kill. So there's about 400 of them there, so you get 4 prizes. Well done. Or should I just make it like you have to get 100 individual kills? Anyway, we're breaking out the fire arrows because it's night time and therefore it's more fun to basically shoot everything with fire. But I'm going to disallow fire arrows. I just want clean kill shots today. I just want the enemy to be absolutely friggin' slaughtered by, well, stabbing. Routing the enemy will not bring me much use today. I want them dead. Simple as that, really. And I've told them both not to use fire, so I guess they were just getting that last volley out of their system. Either way, rain down the pointy arrows of doom, please, my men. There we go. That's going to really ruin them. They may be shielded, these guys, but to be honest, that shield barely counts for anything. The guys don't wear any armour. They have not been dealt the best life. So we're just going to let this basically continue, because this is basically all it's going to be for now. But we don't even have a best view in ours because I restricted the camera to make myself less of a cheat. And, oh, fresh bodies come to get shot up as well. But basically, what you can already see is the enemy is getting slaughtered. We've already taken out 14%, 16% even. So we're giving the enemy a lot of hurt. And some more peasant archers decided to walk over. I don't know if they'd gone for a walk or something. But yeah, the enemy's getting absolutely mangled in it. And this is pretty impressive because, you know... Alright, I didn't really use that artistic camping, but we can only really at best take down maybe 20% of the army if we were having a really good day. Yeah, we're just absolutely friggin' going, yeah, 36, 38, yeah. Obviously, I know there's a lot of fucking factors to think about, but you know what? I'm just gonna be cocky here. That my archers are just cleaning house right now, and this is just gonna make life so much easier for all my other units because overall now we have severely depleted the Sudanese, and that is gonna make the Moors
only half the enemy force remains.
I mean, look at that. Half of the enemy force remains, and we haven't even breached the walls yet. That is efficiency, my friends. That is what we're all about. Right. Archers are done. So archers, you can pull back for... You can just take 5 now, and we can prepare our next move. But yeah, a lot of dead bodies there. Okay, levy spears, move in and make the breach. You lot as well, move in and make your breach. Just get it over and done with. Basically, as it stands, the enemy is completely unstoppable at this point. So I'm going to move in the Frankish slaughter after this. Jesus shit. Let's just speed it up so I can get the camera to have a good old zoom in on the chaos that has occurred here, because I really want to just see what's gone on. Because come on, lads, speed it. I want to get in now. I want to get in now. Peep up the walls. Here we go. So let's get this down. Finish it off, lads.
My lord, we've breached our enemy's walls.
Okay, spears, get in
Our
there.
men have reached the gate with the battering ram.
Play with your YouTube toy, but I mean, look at how many have just been mercilessly wiped out by my archers. That is just so impressive, right? Let's start bringing in our knights as well. Looks like the town defences as well, by the way, can't be bothered doing jack shit against my spears. So I'm going to bring in the rest of the lads in now while we're working on that gate, because the enemy is going to probably try and say well, they're going to say, ooh,
The battering ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
While they wander off over there, trying to think they're going to go and score themselves an easy kill, I'm about to slaughter them with all my knights and other spearmen who are as depleted. Either way, just add to the impressive pile of bodies now. The Sudanese are doing somewhat okay against us all, because they're half-decent infantry. I mean, we've seen better. So I'm going to have a Frankish Knights just take the initiative now, get in there, plough a few of those units down and just get their morale down to rock bottom. You lot just hold your line for a second. You've got reinforcements incoming.
Our men are winning the battle.
Just to give
if
you a
we
little
continue like
feet.
this, we will smash the enemy.
But first unit of Crusading Knights has just basically broken in. I'm going to have them just basically make a push for the gate. The other unit is going to push in and help out my spears, who I am going to pull out of the walls now, because I want them just to get themselves to safety, because I'm going to have use for them in here. We're New Town Guard, aren't they? You've got to remember that. We've got to basically not, because yeah, we're taking the town, but we're going to keep it this time. We're not going to freaking lose it to the Moors again. I mean, who have somehow basically invited themselves to take over the town. I don't think they even they wanted it, because they basically knew I was just going to take it right back. So yeah. Probably use that Moorish difficult to get peace with them, but to be honest, the Moors are just going to be pissed off now. I think you actually just piss off factions by basically winning against them, so that they just don't like admitting they're losing at this game, and that's why they just won't give you peace treaties. That's how I think of it in my head. Mainly because what's more, I play Civilization 5 or at least I've been playing it multiplayer, and usually when I start winning against another player, which is something I totally do, they usually just admit defeat and actually just make peace rather than just be petty and say, well, I'm still winning, and basically fight the war for eternity.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Basically, know your limits in warfare is the moral of the story I'm trying to publicly express, right? Anyway, you lot have done a fantastic job so far. Get yourselves up to that plaza, and we're going to take control of it. We're going to finish this fight now, because we've got a few more Sudanese just running away. Oh, by the way, did anyone see that a big update is dropping for Rome 2? That's actually going to make the night battles look really cool. Because apparently I haven't, like I said,
the Lord is with us today. We've captured the enemy's walls.
Thank you for reminding me, right. You knights are not having the best of times to pull out. I'm going to bring in some bigger guns to help you out, and the Great Cross can just sort of sit there and just going, being all holy and stuff. I'm so glad we've got to have this, because it's so cool. But yeah. Big update dropped for it. It was called the Ancestral Update. I did stuff like a family tree, and also just made the night battles look better, because apparently it was basically like having some sort of freaking helicopter just hovering about with spotlights over everything, but now like the units carry torches and the light's a bit more realistic. Basically it looks more like an actual night battle than anything, which is, well, I guess the objective of the night battle is a night battle. It looks quite night-timey. I mean, we've got all the dudes with torches who are now getting slaughtered, and some of my guys are also carrying torches. They're carrying them very awkwardly. We've got some more Sudanese tribesmen over here. Knights, how about just coming in and actually help us? That might be a really good tactic for you to pursue. Right, I don't know what's going on over here.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Guys, keep those Sudanese busy, please. Don't just let them walk all over us, right? Now you can do your chat well and all. That's the key to it all, right? Still quite a few most of them down, but at least the majority of them have been brought down already. So the light is at the end of the tunnel for this battle. So right, let's just do the old zip across the plaza and then smack him in the back tactic, like that I'm just now coin. And you lot are just having a good time to basically.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
Not really a Saracen, he's just a Moor. But we call them the Seljuks. Or the, no, we don't call them the Seljuks. The Seljuks are all the way over fucking north of us right now. No, these are the Berbers. Berbers, or Berber Muslims, or Barbers, because they cut your hair really, really well. So yeah. Or Almorahavids, or Alomahads, or Aloha. Basically, they're Moors and they're not Saracens, so check your privilege, and Rufus, please don't die in this battle. It wouldn't really be fitting for you to die. Is the sun rising, by the way? Has this battle actually lasted so long, the sun rising? It just feels like it's gotten a little brighter all of a sudden. Alright, Rufus, you're out of there. This battle is not going as efficiently as I want it to now, but we can still win it. We can still win it. I'm bringing in some more knights to help. And we're going to bring in the spears to help finish it off as well. Basically, everyone get in there and finish this battle, because it's taking a bit longer than expected, right? Rufus, keep yourself nearby. Basically, we're going to have to do a lot of unit replacements. We need to get that town watch set up ASAP in this town. Probably funnel some extra troops into the area, which we can do after we deal with the Egyptian rebels. Right, anyway, we've got those guys distracted, so I'm going to bring Rufus back into the fight, and we're just going to try and finish this one once and for all now. Extra units, let's double time it to that plaza, please. We need every hand we can get now to finish this battle off, because it's just been going ever so slightly pear-shaped for us, and I don't appreciate things being shaped like pears, right? Here we're right. Come on in, Rufus. You can finish it off now, or you can just die. Be a very honourable death. Not the most honourable death. Honourable death for a dude who's basically fought a lot of battles and is still my greatest general. Either way, we just slaughter the last of these the Sudanese, put down their little rebellion, end them once and for all. So, a nice performance at the end of the day.
By St. George, our men have taken control of the city.
I enjoy having control of the city, and I enjoy St. George blessing us, right? Finish off the last pathetic defenders, put them to death, or I could ransom the two Moors actually, even though they basically just hang around doing nothing, but yeah, you know, it's not
all of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
And I don't feel too poorly disposed to the Moors, however, releasing these losers would not be something I want to do. So, their freedom will have to come at a price. Either way, we won, and even though it looked like my men were getting killed, we actually only lost 171 men. So losses were horrible, but yeah, we took maybe more losses than necessary. But at the end of the day, experience gained all around, and we win at the end of the day, so hooray.
Entering woods and preparing to ambush, my lord.
You don't need to be in the woods, you have a whole city to hide in now, right? Yes, anyway, we were going to ransom the troops and see if we can get ourselves, not a lot of florins, but we'll get some florins. And the Moors decide to be nice and give me money. I mean, I kill them all anyway because I'm a bastard.
Victory! Nothing can stop us, sire! The settlement has fallen! Take the spoils of war!
These people are going to have to learn loyalty in a harsher way, commit an extermination, and lower the taxes. Didn't want it to come to that, but it has had to, right? Establish a leather tanner, repair the walls, and basically we can get this town up and running again. Relations worse, and the Moors hate us, of course. Because this is futile, by the way, and basically, yeah. This guy has got more authority at least, but now he's basically merciless. People dread King Rufus. He'll become a boogeyman at one point. But yeah, as you can see, we have no recruitment options, which does not make things ideal in Dongola. But by the way, a daft dealer, can you maybe do something useful?
An opportunity for coin, my lord.
Don't fuck it up this time, dude.
Going all out for their assets, sire.
Thank you, you got it right for once. You successfully acquired it, and now we can sell slaves because
Opening a
we
new trade lane, my liege.
We're fucking pathetic now. We actually are now in the slave trade, but now we're like a mercantile genius and a legal nous, which basically means we can do acquisitions and the market control. Basically, Richard's very good at his job, and we should continue the recruitment of merchants in the area because merchants just make the world go around. Except I need town militia for my public order issues right now. Still, I think that's a nice place to call it an episode for now, my friends. Or shall we deal with some more random rebels? But just 2 town militia. Bit of a weirder battle to end it on, but no, you know what? We're gonna deal with them at the beginning of the next episode because you know what? It is about an hour, and we're gonna jump on those guys next time because I say so. Right, so thank you for watching once more, my friends, and I'll see you on the next episode. What did we achieve today, by the way? Dongola has returned to our control, and Oslo is now ours. It's increasing my power base in Egypt and the north, but we must prepare, for it seems the Imperials now move against us. So that's our objective for next time. We're going to prepare for an Imperial attack, maybe start scheming a new move against the Danes, and soon I'll be coming back for you, France, so yes I will. Or perhaps I can go and annoy the Imperials, since the Pope has told me that I can basically still kick their asses, so
Sire.
While we may not be able to go to Frankfurt, how about Zurich? I hear it's very nice at this time of year and will get us a border with our allies in Venice. Or perhaps this city, Innsbruck. Let's have a little look-see now.
With discretion, sire.
Or Nuremberg, because I don't know fucking
journey
geography.
Planned out, sire.
Ooh, Nuremberg is a nice city and it's weak. This could be our opportunity. Infiltrate the town upon your next turn.
Tomorrow,
even though we've got heretics in the area, but we can deal with those. Either way, that is where we do call it an episode for now, my friends. So I hope you've enjoyed, and next time we'll bust some rebel chops and maybe plan a move to swipe Nuremberg from those pesky Imperials. See you on the next episode, and have a fantastic evening, my friends.